Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel, BOG Within Moments with me, KathyCarswell. Now today, ladies, we're going to be talking about IEP, learning disabilities, all those little different sayings that our children have gotten while they've been in school. Now, this is really a sensitive subject, and I'm going to say for myself personally, because I've been through this whole thing in school, and that's one of the reasons why I homeschooled our daughter. And so I'm just going to get into it a little bit. I'm not going to by each thing say, okay, well, this is what this means, this is what that means. I'm just going to talk about the story or an experience for me, and then giving you a little insight on how you can help yourself and help your children, not be labeled like that. Now, I'm going to say that if your child does need help and, okay, it's a label, then of course, you have to go through the measures and all that and the testing and things of that nature. However, if your child just, need a little bit, hey, read the instructions again from me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's what we're going to get into. I want to talk about why our children being labeled and what you can do about it as a parent. Now, my story is years ago, my daughter's 18 now. Years ago, around the third grade, her teacher was like, she's not sitting down or she's not paying attention and things of that nature. And I said, okay, I know she's always been a busybody, you guys. She's been very opinionated. She's been very talkative. And that's just, her personality. I'm not saying anything bad about that. That's a good thing, because that means you have a mouthpiece. That means you can be a powerhouse out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? And so it's about cultivating that. And that's what I'm, talking to my daughter about, and I've been talking to her about for years. It's cultivating it, not letting your mouth get you in trouble or, your intelligence get you in trouble, but to cultivate it. And so, going back to the original story, in the third grade, her teacher was, saying different things of, she's needing a little bit of help with instructions, or sometimes the teacher had to remind her, hey, you're on a lesson, to stay focused, or she would have to break down the assignment a little bit more for her or come next to her. And so, I said, I noticed that too. I said, but once you tell her, the instructions, or even give her, some scratch paper or something, she'll do it. She's very intelligent. They agreed. They was like, well, maybe we can see if, there's something there. Of course, they was going and saying that she has attention deficit disorder, or they said, or maybe she needs an IEP. So they had a whole list of things for me. And I said, well, we'll see. Go ahead. You can do your test and everything like that. And so she went through a whole test. Let me tell you, she passed the test of where you would call it, like a learning disability or attention deficit disorder. She passed those tests. And so but she did qualify for the IEP, meaning that like in math, she can use a calculator, or, she can use blocks, or, scratch sheet of paper, or extra 30 minutes on a test or something like that. The teacher can give her instructions, or a teacher can come in and, help her with, whatever she needs help on. But let me tell you, they were furious when the test came back and she passed it. They was like, well, go take her to a psychiatrist, or, a counselor or something, get her tested again. And was saying, you can get a check every month for if she's, very hyper, or, have ADHD, or, anything like that. And I said, I'm not putting my daughter on any medicine. I'm not taking her through no more tests. I'm not taking her through no more intensive nothing. I said, I understand we did the IEP qualification and stuff, and she qualifies for that. But however, I'm not doing the extra stuff. And they was like, well, you can get it paid from that. And I was like, I don't care. I don't want money that bad that I have to take my child through, different things. Now I'm saying they may have meant well. I'm not saying that they were all, just trying to be vultures or, devils, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to say it all like that. I am going to say, though, I don't know. I can only look back and just think about it, and like they was really coming and was really upset. Like, why didn't I want to go through with some more counseling or psychiatry things with her? I'm like, no. I said, there's nothing wrong with if she needs to speak to somebody else, to get an emotion out. But I'm not going to take my child to a psychiatrist so that she can get on some medicine. I'm not doing that. Like, she's perfectly fine. They also recommended that she stayed back in the third grade. And at that particular time, I did agree. I said, okay, because at that time, they did the IEP qualification and all of that at the end of the school year. And granted, I told them, I did say that, she needs a little bit of help, when it comes to reading instructions or understanding, sometimes the instructions on a test or a quiz or even a regular, assignment. I told them this way early in the beginning of the school year. Why they ain't listen? So now we at the end of the school year, and mind you, even though she needed help, she had honor roll the whole entire time. So when yesterday I looked back on her records and I was like, this child had honor roll. Why did I allow them, and why did I even say that yes, she can repeat the third grade because, I know she needed a little bit of help. She needed assistance, like see what she can do for her own. And her repeating it would give her that opportunity to kind of learn it and grasp it more. And so that's why I was like, okay, I agree. Yes, she can learn and grasp it more. And so for that purposes, I said yes. But just looking back, I really wish that I would have let her just go ahead and go to the fourth grade and allow her to continue with her IEP and, just need help. So what? She needs some extra instructions or, need a teacher to come in. Hey, you understand? Or hey, come in the classroom with me. I can break it down to you even more. So what? It doesn't mean that she just, if you will, they want to put on our children of being retarded. And I'm not saying anything about any child who does have a mental retardation or anything like that. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying all over, they want to label our children. I can't say what was in the hearts of those teachers. I'm just saying as a whole in the education system, they're labeling the children and they get more money when they're labeling the children. And, it's like we have to, as mothers, as caregivers, as your guardian, the guardian of these children, auntie, granny, cousin, whoever you are, pay attention. Don't just send your child to school and they come back, oh, your child is disobedient. Oh, your child need more assistance in math. And hey, let's check her out for this test and this and that. Pay attention. Just be on guard. Learn the information yourself. Learn what an IEP is yourself. Learn what attention deficit disorder is yourself. And learning disability. Learn all those things yourself. Because if not, you're just going by what they're saying to you. And you don't even know what it means, what it entails. And so I did do a little investigation at that time, and I was like, okay, it's fine. I don't think IEP is like a bad thing. And so sometimes, that little thing that a child needs to get through a course is fine. You think about when you in church, at the mosque, anywhere you may be, and at a convention center. Babies, do you at some point in time look down at your phone, look around, biting your nails, messing with your hair, and certain la la land? I'm just saying, you do it. So in that case, everybody have a little disorder. I'm just saying, everybody have a little something because you're in the classroom for however many hours a day. And you're going to think that this child, going to just sit down in this one chair all day long. Come on now. Now, I'm not coming for the entire education system, because there are some beautiful teachers out there. Let me tell you, I had one, Miss Nixon. She is an English teacher. I love her. She's actually one of the teachers. When I say my book is dedicated to my teachers, and I name like my mother, my husband, my Shek Serene Bachel Chung. But when I say teacher, she is one of them. Mrs. Nixon, boy, she in English, she had you thinking that you was a novelist. Let me tell you, an author, that you was a poet, that you can write, you can sing, you can do whatever. And so I really enjoyed her class. And so I'm not saying that all teachers, you have a negative experience with everything in school. You don't. With every teacher, you don't. And I do take my hat off to my head. If I had a scar on, a scarf, okay, a little curl, to these teachers, because they doing their best to keep the classroom controlled. There are different personalities that's in that classroom. And I know my baby girl, honey, she like to talk. She does. And don't get her wrong. Don't get on her side, on the bad side. She gonna cuss you out too. I know my child. I know. But I'm just saying, when it comes to the other of just learning, honey, she's very intelligent. So I just want us as parents to seriously, whenever, it comes up and you have all these labels coming to you and all these tests coming to you about your children, take a step back. I know you're working hard. Ladies, some of you got about 5 jobs. I understand. But I want y'all to stop for a second, think about the children. I'm not saying don't get any tests done or anything like that, because sometimes our children do need it. But I am saying to make sure that you understand what you're doing. Please don't just do it for a check. I didn't go that far. I didn't do nothing for a check. I say IEP, fine. But I'm not doing anything for a check. No, I'm not doing any psychiatric and all that stuff help. No, I'm not doing it. I don't want to check that bad. No. And so, and I understand for those of you who do get a check and your child sincerely, have whatever that is, I understand. I'm talking about when they're labeling children and they don't exactly have that, but they're making you go through all of these, and then eventually, it's going to be tested and saying, okay, they have a problem. And, I just want us to be more conscious about it. I did end up homeschooling, our daughter. She's almost finished, you guys. She's almost finished with school. And if she chooses to go to college, that's on her. But she does have her business mind going, honey, in that daycare that she's putting together. So, baby girl is fine. She's fine. Right now, she got some blue hair, too. She's real good. I got to come for her sometimes. But, I just want to say, and I want her to also look at this video and say that I love her. Baby, I love you, Aaliyah. And I'm thankful for, you having patience with me as your mother. I'm thankful for you forgiving me for, your educational thing when you like, Mom, why did you allow me to repeat the 3rd grade? I was on honor roll. She remembers that she was on honor roll, and I had to explain to her that I was doing what I thought was best. And I probably, even looking back on it in the same mind frame and everything like that, I would have probably did it again. But in this mind frame, I would say, no, I wouldn't have let her repeat the 3rd grade again, but the IEP was fine. Because I do believe that she, can use a little bit help sometimes and just breaking down an instruction. Hell, I need help sometimes breaking down something. My husband breaks down some stuff to me all the time, ladies. I'm just saying. I want all of us to be more aware, love on our children. And I'm definitely loving on mine. I'm constantly talking to her. I'm constantly saying, forgive me. We're parents. And the Bible and the Holy Quran is saying, give thanks to your mother even more and more and more. Have forgiveness with your mother, because She's the one, our hormones get out of whack. We're trying to work. Some of us are married in relationships. Some of us taking care of your children by yourself. And then trying to take care of yourself. I'm like, so forgive your mother. Forgive your auntie. Forgive granny. Forgive all the women who are taking care of somebody. Forgive them. Don't hold it to them, because you have to realize that we're doing the best that we can. If you have a little baby right now, you realize that, honey, I'm doing the best I can. Baby, just forgive me. I got to work. I got to get it in. Business, I got to get it in. Husband, I got to take care of him too. So it's like having a little bit of mercy. When you look back on your life, know that all of your guardians, your mother, parent, whoever, did what they had to do, whether you liked it or not. I told you the story about me being adopted, and I'm not going to get into all of that, but she did what she had to do. I'm not going to judge her and be like, oh, such and such, da-da-da. I did at one point in time, but me, being much older and having my own, I'm like, she did what she had to do. So getting back to the subject is like, forgive. And parents, I want you to love on your children. And when they get all these labels or try to get all these labels in school, I want you to read up on it yourself. Think about it yourself. See how you feel yourself if you hit that label. If they need that title, that label, fine. Let it work for whatever moment. But I just want you to instill in them that they are beautiful, that they're intelligent, that they got it going on. They can be whoever they want to be in life. Don't let any title stop you. No title stop you from being the greatest human being there is. So, I almost went to church on y'all that time. But I just want to say that, thank you so much for coming back another Wednesday. Y'all, I'm getting this little southern drawl. They got me here in Georgia. I said that on purpose. But they got me here in Georgia. And I have a little southern drawl going on. I'm from Virginia, you guys. But this thing here. Okay, but thank you. I'm going to keep that in the video. I'm just being funny. But thank you guys for coming back to my channel. And once again, this Wednesday. And again, take care of your children. Love on them. Talk to them. Yes, if they need a counselor, give them a counselor. Find somebody they can talk to. Stop yelling all the time. We know you're tired. You just got home from work and you're like, dang on Sierra. She in the daggone, she gonna overwhelm me when I come in the house. I'm just saying. Give them a little bit of time, and then you can crash out on the sofa or in the bedroom, like, give them a little hug and everything. Then be like, all right, guys, I gotta go sit down for 1 second. It'll be okay. Get ourselves together. Just take care of ourselves a little bit more so that we can take care of our children. Once again, when we take care of ourselves, we'll be able to be better wives, better mothers, better people in a community. So, just look out. I want everyone to like, subscribe, and to come back every Wednesday to my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful channel, BOG Within Moments, bringing out the God within moments. Thank you. Until then, y'all have a blessed one.